Awesome, 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 awesome. That is, I mean, I love this already. I mean, I love doing broadcast studio and everything. This is just really amazing. So thank you for the insights. Kenny, you got to go biking. Get out of here.
Yeah, I got to go catch the sunset and go live.
Go get a sunset and, have fun out there. Pablo, thank you so much. Plug your handles and your socials, please.
Yeah, so you probably won't find me on socials because I'm private on everything besides HAPS. Here's the best place to find me and get a hold of me. So you all have my email, I think, at this point. I think something's going on with this program window.
Fantabulous. Very good. Very good. Pablo, go out there. Go catch that sunset. Think of Chicago freezing when it's like 45 degrees at this hour, right?
Oh, it's 70 degrees and sunny here.
Yeah, bah humbug. Enjoy. Pablo, thank you so much, my friend. Have a good one.
Yeah.
There he goes, ladies and gentlemen. The one and only Pablo De La Hoya, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, that was the HAPS community leader. All right, there he goes. He's off to go riding a bike, and we're going to have some fun. Matter of fact, when we come back, we are going to go 12 hours ahead of us. We're going to jump into a Wednesday morning in beautiful Thailand, where we will be joined by the incomparable John Ho. Stick around as the JS Live Primetime Variety program continues from Chicago. Straight ahead. Don't move. Oh, hi, we're back. Welcome back to the JS Live Tuesday night primetime talk and variety program here on HAPS, the network of Now Jim in Chicago. Thanking you for spending your Tuesday night with me here. Don't forget, coming up after my program, it's Beardo and Weirdo with Blaine and Piano Man and a bunch of surprises. That happens up next over most of this HAPS network, so make sure you check that out. Community service reminder, ladies and gentlemen, the amazing Emmy Rich, someone who I had the honor and privilege of having on my special European edition of the JS Live Worldwide Spectacular a couple of weeks back, has a new launch coming up later this month. She had an hour of studio time as her and a piano and her thoughts, and she whipped together in 60 minutes some original great content. And we previewed that on my show a couple weeks ago. So make sure you check out EmmyRich.com. Visit her, subscribe to her, sponsor her, EmmyRich.com. All right. Thank you very much. Welcome back. And also another quick programming note here. We mentioned this earlier today. The community calendar. This Saturday, it's Salad Saturday. Yes, I am so excited for Alexis Can Do and all these amazing cooks and chefs and food aficionados. I am so honored to announce that this Saturday it is going to be Salad Saturday here on HAPS, the network of Now. Look at some of the great names we're going to have on there. We have Aiden Leeds from over there across the pond. We have Zen Squad. We got Bronx Viking. He's going to be making an appearance. Melanie Fay, who's on her caps. The amazing J Opera from Missouri. Gemma from England. Darby, and so many other talented people. So make sure you check that out. If you want to register, make sure you subscribe and support the amazing Alexis Can Do. She was a guest on our show here, oh my goodness, about 2 or 3 months ago, something to that extent. So make sure you check her out. All right, guys. Next week, we're back here Tuesday, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. So make sure you join us for that here on HAPS. And without further ado, our next guest hails from beautiful Taiwan. He is not only a co-living space owner, He is a remarkable contributor to so many live streaming platforms. You can find him. I remember him back in the old days with the Ho chats over on Periscope, and you never know, there might be a Ho chat happening at a theater near you. A great friend and a great contributor, truly personifies what HAPS community is all about. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us, Going Mobile. Woohoo! Beep, beep. It's John Ho. Hey, John, what's going on, sir? How are you?
Hey there.
He's going.
Is audio and video okay?
Doing awesome. Doing awesome. Good seeing you, sir. How have you been?
Am I in frame?
You are. You are. We're live and nationwide now. What's going to get interesting here is when I split the screen up. Oh, we've got we've got shoulder cams, so we're don't lose control of the car.
Yeah, I'm about 2 minutes away.
Oh,
from
no, well, let's go full screen. You don't have to look at my mug, guys. Look at John. How are you? Good seeing you, sir.
Hey, everyone. Good. Thanks for inviting, Jim. It's an honor.
How's the
Never thought I would
family?
be. The family is chaotic, yo. I don't know. Who wants kids, you have to think twice or thrice.
Oh, I hope my wife's watching.
That's my only advice for future parents. Yeah, and 1 + 1 is not 2. Okay?
Double down, right?
Yeah, you think you're good at time management until you have kids.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. And then, but I don't know if they do this over in Thailand, but here we have a thing called dependence, and we can claim that. And at least up until recently, it used to bring us lots of money. So I don't know if that's going to happen again here. We'll see.
You mean being able to kick them out when they reach 18?
Yeah.
I wish they have that thing here. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
Thailand.
Yeah, that's only in Thailand, exactly. Thanks for hanging out with us.
How you doing, Jim?
Doing fantastic. Thank you for spending time with us here. I'm playing with the broadcast studio, trying to see if I could fit you in here, but yeah, we'll just stick to John for now. It's like I said, this is just improvisation 101 here. I'm just having fun. So where do I start? God, I saw you, God, what, 5 years, almost over 6 years ago, actually. I remember you being on Periscope. I remember seeing Joanne Pham, Greg Lopez, Web Evie, Sandy Choi, Alan Paradise, was Alan Tokyo back then, obviously David Osaka. And then there was this guy, John Ho, in like middle of the night, like 1, 2 in the morning here, which is 2 in the afternoon, John's time. He had a little, he just did this very like down to earth, spontaneous, just no filter, like tell it like it is, shoot from the hip. I mean, God, how's life here on HAPS so far for you? You adjusting, or what's the story here?
Well, 5 years ago, I was newlywed.
Right.
Without any kids. I was in Hong Kong. And then fast forwarding now, Periscope is gone.
Yep.
So did 90% of the viewers. Yeah, exactly. But no, I still love live stream. This is by far my favorite type of content that I want to do.
Right.
And then there's Clubhouse. I don't know if you've heard.
Yes, love Clubhouse.
But for me, I guess HAPS, over the years, from moving over from Periscope to here, it's like a continuation of, okay, the platform's gone, but the people is here, and they've kind of migrated to this platform. So I'm really happy. I can still see like all these people,
Say it even to the virtual studio audience. That's what I love about this cast.
Yeah, Alexis, Takara. Yeah, some of the names are so familiar. It's like, oh, okay.
Everybody is incredible.
I know you guys.
That's what this platform's about. It's the community. People like Sweet Pea Leslie and Takara and Vanita and Kimberly and Sports for the Blind and everybody in this room. Each of you, and James is in here. Each of you have a story, and people want to hear about it. And if it wasn't for you guys, John and I wouldn't be probably talking to each other right now. If you think about it,
Yeah, and I wouldn't be traveling the way I've been traveling since Periscope. The thing that it's kind of a downer for me is obviously pandemic, and I know people are going to
Yeah.
yell at me because being able to travel is not the first thing that comes in mind, but
Right.
because I've been doing so many travel scopes when I was in Periscope,
Yep.
you know, and it totally changed my lifestyle when I would go travel with Periscope. My wife would have to tolerate my egotistic side of just streaming and traveling with her at the same time, but at the same time, I
Yeah.
met Dave in Osaka,
Yes.
Kyoto,
Yes.
in Japan. I met a couple of people in Dubai when I was in Barcelona, Spain. I also met a few Periscopers back in the days that they were still active. And then
Okay.
we have the LA Scope meetup, and then the Hong Kong Scopers, and
Yep.
it was just amazing. It was just fantastic. I missed those days.
Oh my God,
And I
yeah.
mi-
The LA
yeah,
meetup, I remember there was an epic number of people. You were there and so many others. You were with, I think, Joanne, and a bunch of others there. God, that was. Which one was your favorite meetup? The Hong Kong one was epic too. Which was your favorite meetup?
I think oh man, yeah, I don't want to besides the LA meetup was great. I have to say the LA meetup was a group of people that I've seen so many times on screen, and we had so many people flying from all over the world actually meeting in LA. Not so it's not only the LA Scopers; it was also more people from outside of LA that came over. That was one of my favorite.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Hey, if you're just jumping into the room, welcome to the JS Live Late Night Talking Variety program. It's no longer late night, it's prime time here in Chicago, or in John's case over there in Thailand, it's bright and early at 9:08 a.m. on a Wednesday over there. And try to see if we can do, oh, there we go. Thank you, John. That's going to help a lot. That way I can kind of just go boom like that. Look at the great outdoors over here, guys. Look at this. John's out and about. You
This
head
is
into the
this is
office?
a honey shop right next to
Let's.
our
I'm
temporary
head with my
office.
mug. Let's go to John. Go ahead. There we go. Show us around. What do you got?
อ๋อโอเคครับคุณครับรอสักครู่เหรอห้านาทีครับ Okay. The lady at the honey shop was like, "Hey, can you just back up your car because you're on my spot?"
Oh, oh.
No,
One second.
no, it's okay. In Thailand, people are more lenient than most of the country, so it's okay.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
cool.
want to, yeah, I just
Hope
wanted
you
to
have
give
gas
this
over there. You've got gas over there now.
gas.
Yeah, gas.
What's up with the gas situation? I hear
Kind of
you
a
mentioning
little cyber alleged cyber attack thing out east. So there's kind of states of emergency in Virginia and Florida and North Carolina because of fears of gas running out and rationing possibly. So kind of a messed up
Really?
situation. No gas in Atlanta, according to Kimberly. Yikes. So
No
weird stuff.
gas.
Only in America.
You
God,
guys gotta just move over to Thailand, man. It's cheaper. The gas is abundance, and we have Americans here. Last time I
that's
checked.
true. I was just gonna say, right? God. So, hey, we're talking with John Ho, guys. Make sure you subscribe to this man right over here. Great content, great friend. And I remember you were like scoping during that whole Hong Kong and Taiwan situation. I mean, politically, it got kind of intense there for a while. What was that about?
You mean the recent protest?
Yeah, yeah. This was was it
Some
last year or 2 years ago? I'm trying to remember when that was because I remember you were right on the streets after like the day after it all happened. It was just wild. There's John. You're back.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. So, I mean, give me 1 second here. Hold on. You should be fine now. There. Are you there now?
I
Uh-oh.
can see you. I don't know
Okay.
if you guys can see me.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're here. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, I mean Hong Kong. It's pretty depressing, I have to say. I haven't been talking much about it.
Yeah.
But they just announced a lot more cutback on the media companies. So there's a very popular newspaper that's pro-democratic, and I think they're struggling
Okay.
to sustain. business.
Okay.
Can you hear me fine still?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
And the youth, it's mainly with the youth. They're really just looking for places to migrate to, or figuring out what to do with their lives in the next couple of years. I rarely talk bad stuff about Hong Kong, but I must say it's not a good place to be these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. I mean, it seemed more democratic and free. Now it feels like people are hindered and kind of restricted from doing what they want to do, and they're kind of doing this and
Enjoy your freedom.
yeah, exactly right. Exactly. But changing gears here really quick, I don't want to dwell on that stuff, but I know that once COVID subsides, once all this stuff goes away, are there any travel destinations on your bucket list?
Oh, for sure. I think Switzerland is going to be the first destination I want to go, simply because I made a great friend in Periscope, and he's actually my son's godfather. We planned the trip a year ago, and we weren't able to go there. So when everything is lifted and hopefully things will go back to normal of some sort, at least, that will be my first place that I want to visit and bring my family too.
Nice. I heard it's beautiful. JL's out there, obviously. So I want to get him on a European JS Live here, because right now it's like, what, 3 a.m. over there. I don't think JL wants to wake up at 3 a.m. But
nah, that's not going to happen.
No. But yeah, so trying to JL in Switzerland is too. I mean, great friend and great content. And, he's just bringing the one all the time. And I know that you mentioned the meetups and everything like that. I mean, God, you met so many other great people. But tell us about some of your favorite some of your earlier and your favorite scopes that you did over there on Periscope.
Right. So, I mean, I'm Asian centric, right? So I pay attention to more things happening in this region. Dave in Osaka, of course. Keizo, the gang.
Yes. Yuka and Saki and.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there's a group of Japanese scopers that I would follow actively, but in the States, now that Penguin is in Washington D.C., I know he's doing very well in YouTube. I don't know if he's really active in HAPS still. Is he around?
Little bit. He was near the White House today, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, the guy is my favorite walking scoper. His brain is just filled with knowledge and facts, and I describe him as a human Wikipedia. He knows everything about something. Yeah. I mean, those were my favorite scopes. Obviously, you have the Doug and Ali show. I like them messing around just in their studio. Mike tends to travel in LA.
John Ho.
Yeah. And then there's Mike, and Mike tends to travel in LA.
Yes.
I don't know how active he is, but those were the ones that I could, it came out on top of my head.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Mike tends to travel was just on Peter Bittner's roundtable interview discussion last week, and he's definitely, he's on here. He's doing a lot of YouTube stuff, but he's hit or miss here on HAPS. But he's also talking about a guy that knows LA inside and out, and he's definitely one of those guys. But hey, if you're just jumping into the room, welcome aboard to the JS Live Primetime Talking Friday program, or in John's case over here, it's the bright and early Jim Surin morning show on a Wednesday. We do this every Tuesday, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, 9 Thailand time, the day after me. And we're joined by John M. Ho. Make sure you subscribe to him. John, you were just recently broadcasting from one of your creations. I mean, you're building these big, beautiful, new co-living projects in Thailand. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So I think I got lucked in. I always wanted to have a space for a community from all over the world. So the concept of co-living came about a couple of years ago, and I realized it's actually a trend of a lot of younger people, digital nomads, remote workers, just people who are a little bit more in the new economy, trying to find a space that they can live together. Kind of like back in the old college days, but now you're a professional. You still want to hang with people with a little bit more privacy and upper scale kind of decor. So we found this guest house in the middle of Chiang Mai, the city where I'm living in Thailand. And we decided to put in some money, renovate it, build another building at the back. And we're creating this co-living and co-working space. And it's going to be ready next week.
Wow. That is so awesome. So awesome. Now you were kind of giving us a little preview. Make sure you guys subscribe to John, because he was, we saw your cast. They took the scaffolding from off the front of the building. It looks spectacular. And they were working on a little coffee shop down there. It's kind of a nice place where people can, toast a bagel, grab some coffee before they head out.
Yep.
What last second details are being done to the building before it formally opens?
So we need to finish up the furniture, the fixtures for the cafe. Organic brewed Chiang Mai coffee, the best in the world. We have 40 co-working desks, super high-speed internet. We have phone booths, meeting rooms, just really, really cool space to hang with. And then we have some private offices and also 27 private rooms with communal living space. So it's fantastic. Like, I don't know if I can. Oh, I think. Well, let me see if I can type it in here. It's called Alt Co-Living. If you don't mind me doing a little.
Oh, please do. Like I said, I love the spontaneity. That's why I do the show. I mean, it's supposed to be like a formatted talk show, but I like the raw on the cuff and not the pre-processed live stream. I like having fun and spontaneity.
Man, I wish I have more flexible fingers now.
Okay, well, I could plug our upcoming events while you do that. I can plug my good friends at Elmhurst Brewing Company here in Chicago. There it is. Oh, so I don't even have to switch away to a plug here. Yes, there it is. So check out that website, guys. John is doing something that's pretty unique over there in Thailand. Now, you mentioned like conference rooms and business rooms. Are there going to be like rooms for people want to do like a Zoom call or a Teams call, where businesses can get together and kind of powwow a little bit?
The whole space is designed for co-living. So if you're a working professional and you're traveling to Thailand, this is the space you want to be at, right? Because the moment you check in, you get your own private space, but you also have your own working desk. So you're set, right? You're ready to go. Open your laptop, connect to the internet, and then you can do your video conferencing or coding or whatever thing you want to do. And then there's also outdoor space. There's a rooftop. There's community, cool people from all around the world. We can hang with. We were floating the idea, and I think Mark is here.
Yeah, Mark is
in
here.
the future, when things are opening up, we can do like a HAPS community meetup in Thailand, and maybe my co-living space can do some sponsoring. Wink, wink.
I would definitely fly out there in a second. I mean, hey, Maureen, can I go to Thailand for like 5 years? No, sorry.
And the connection gets cut off.
And Space Gal's in here too. Space Gal will fly in, and we'll get Mark out there. We'll get the HAPS leadership team out there. I mean, we could do Los Angeles, of course, but what we can do is we can do Los Angeles, and they can just hop, skip, and jump over to Thailand for another. How long is the flight from LA to Thailand? 10 hours.
I mean, what I would love to do is eventually, right? I'll make a trip to USA, and I'll do maybe a month or 2 months of traveling, and I'll just visit like cities after cities of all the streamers, the broadcasters that I know of, and I'm just going to do a road trip with my kids. So, it's a kill two birds with one stone kind of thing. I haven't been back for like 3 years already. God, I miss the place, and I keep saying I want to visit. Doug and Ali. I want to visit Sarah. I want to visit. Rick, in Boston.
Oh yeah, Rick Homer. I miss.
Yeah. Remember Rick, right? Awesome. Yeah. And so there's so many places I haven't been to in the States, and I think this would be a great opportunity for me to just like go back and meet with people and just build some, relationships. I love it.
You go to Detroit. I'll take the 6-hour drive from Chicago. I'll go back to Detroit. Detroit is so fun. I mean, Detroit always gets a bad rap, and There are so many great restaurants, so many great clubs, and so much great culture, and the architecture is just to die for.
I've never been, but I would love to go there as long as I don't get shot.
No, oh come on, Chicago is
kidding.
Chicago's safe nowadays, right?
That's what people think.
Come here, yeah.
In Asia, it's like, oh, Detroit, that's a dangerous place.
Yeah, but at any rate, hey, if you're just jumping
Hey,
in the
Mark,
room,
how's it going?
you're just jumping in the room. We've got about 5 more minutes with the amazing John Ho. Make sure you subscribe to him, and more importantly, sponsor this man here on
Ham Radio Community. What is that? What's a ham radio community, Anthony?
Ham Radio Community. Oh, AD. He's doing a interview show on Sunday. Ham Radio. Basically, ham radio is like an old shortwave radio. If I can pan this way a little bit here, let me see if it works. That way back there is a old shortwave radio that used to get broadcasts from all the way around the world, and it's like an international version of a CB radio.
I don't know if people know this, but there's actually a lot of veterans, like older veterans who's still living in Thailand right now. And I bet some of these people have those, like old school devices at their home, and they're still playing around with it. I won't be surprised if I see one, to be honest.
Right. Yeah, I mean, our virtual studio audience, I guess Space Scout, Alicia just mentioned it's like a CB radio. That's a place you got to go, John. Go down to Florida, hang out with Space Gal, watch some rocket launches over there. And Junk Food Junkie mentioned Susie Berlin. I want Susie Berlin on Periscope or on Haps. I want Susie.
Yeah, Florida. What is there? The tiger person, Joe, Exotic Joe.
Oh, Exotic Joe. Oh my God. There's another name. Oh my God. And Raccoon Todd. I mean, everyone, if we're talking about animals here,
Yeah. We should get Exotic Joe to do Haps. That would get a lot of viewers.
That'd be worth the price of admission.
Get Exotic Joe.
He's still trying to get out of jail.
Man, that guy.
Oh my God. The other thing I was going to ask you here, I'm having a brain cramp here. As far as that building is just, I'm still thinking about that building. That building just completely brings back memories. So let's go back to the Wayback Machine. Since we're talking about some old Periscope people, do you remember your first live stream on Periscope and what was it about?
Yeah, I think I remember the first one, but I don't know. Like one of the very first, at least. It was just right downstairs of where I live in this place called Teen Hao. And so it's just a residential area, but it's, very busy. There's buses, there's the tram, there's a subway. And I was just walking out from my home and thinking, okay, maybe I should just hit the go live button and see what happens. And so I did that. And back in those days, there's a feature in Periscope where there's a map, and people can look at the map, and if they see the red dot, they can click onto it, and they can see someone going live there. And in Asia, it was like a no man's land. There's like barely anyone doing any live stream. Right. So I think that was the reason why when I first went live, I had like so many viewers that I wasn't sure what to do with them. Like people were asking me all these questions like, do you eat dogs? Do you know Kung Fu?
Oh, geez. Are you serious? So you got the troll.
Where's Jackie Chan?
Oh,
and so open
box.
Chan
got that crap too.
No, I mean I wasn't offended or anything. I just find it a little hilarious because it's like at first I thought they were trolling, but then if I think a little bit harder, it's like there are people who actually don't know anything about Hong Kong, and it's not it's not their fault if they don't know if we don't eat dogs. Because the mainland Chinese, there's some of them they still eat dogs, right?
I know. They're getting stuck to these typical American stereotypes. You know what I mean? It's just kids can be old hat.
Well, just to give you guys a break, I don't think it's all Americans. There's also Turks as well.
Oh, of course, open bobs. Like,
there's the Turks, and then there's the Americans.
Yeah, we're typical Americans, sloppy second.
No.
Yeah,
On the record, I still love you guys.
I know. I'm just. Yeah, you get the idea. But no, but it just, it just.
No, I mean, the thing that got me so in love with live streaming is I'm not facing the camera onto my face most of the time. I'm actually using my camera to point outwards. So whatever I see, I show it to the viewers.
Right.
And back in those days when I was in Hong Kong, everything is buzzing, the noise, the movements, the billboards, and the people, and all that, right?
Yeah.
And so I think what was really capturing for the viewers were, that vibrant lifestyle in Hong Kong, and most of the people, especially those living in the rural area, or they haven't been to Asia, they're like, what is this? What is this place? Because they never imagined a place called Hong Kong would be like this. I think that was the appeal, and I love the engagement. I love just answering questions, like dealing with trolls, and making friendships with Periscopers, because we would also follow each other and talk to each other. I loved it. I still like it.
And that's one of the things that you and Dave and Yuka and Keizo and a bunch of others around, not just limited to the Far East, but around the world, as Mark just mentioned, we break the barriers, we overcome the stereotypes, we de-troll the trolls, we tell them our story, and listeners tell us their story. It's a two-way street, and that's why HAPS Unity is community, and there's no disconnect there. I mean, if someone just goes on Twitter right now and types in some kind of a trolly comment, it's going to be misinterpreted in 50 billion ways. When you're speaking, it's,
So now people know that us folks in Hong Kong, we don't eat dogs, right? We only eat dogs once a year during Christmas, just to piss off the Americans. Okay. No, that's a joke too.
I'm sort of going, yeah, okay, yeah, go ahead. My friend from Jakarta says that one to me too. She tries running that past me too. She's like,
no, because after like 20 questions of people asking me, about the dog question, I just have to think of something creative to answer them.
Yeah, that's just like unbelievable. So, in closing, I know you got a lot of stuff. It's already 9:30. It's already the work day over there for Johnny. You've got a lot of projects going on. Do me a favor, please plug all of your socials.
Twitter, Instagram, HAPS, obviously, Clubhouse, and I have a YouTube, but I'm not too active in it. So it's all John M. Ho, same as here. I think right now, just try to be open-minded and explore all platforms, right? I still do broadcasts in Twitter, in fact, and also I use HAPS to do it. I just did one yesterday, just outside of my home. There were some cows, and I was hanging with my kid, my son. But Clubhouse is also great if you like audio-based content. I do Cantonese most of the time. But yeah, feel free to follow. When I have the co-living space open, what I will do is I plan to do a little bit more interviews, like what you're doing here, Jim. And This is great, by the way. So thanks you again for bringing me in here.
Thank you.
When we have interesting people staying at our co-living, I definitely want to sit down with them. I want to talk with them. I want to show you guys about their perspective being in Chiang Mai, being a remote worker in Chiang Mai and living at our space. So
absolutely. I would love to watch that. I'm sure all of our viewers would definitely love to check that out too. I mean, I remember the days that when you used to roam Hong Kong, and when Dave and Osaka showed the cherry blossoms, and when Keizo still does it, Dave does sometimes. I mean, Yuka still shows Mount Fuji.
I love those scopes.
Aren't those amazing?
So much.
I know, and you guys were the pioneers for that during the Periscope days, and for us newbies that joined, did our first scopes the following July in 2015, we are forever indebted. So, John, my friend, have a great Wednesday over there. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Jim, again, and for all the people who have commented and I haven't been able to respond to you. Guys, I'll see you around in HAPS, or if not, Instagram. This is great. Invite me again. I'll even be more annoying.
No, the spontaneity is the best feature. That's what I love about this app, and that's what I like about having these guests on here. And it's just, I mean, I sent John a list of questions before we go live, kind of scripted, so we have something to work off of. And I think we've successfully gone off of that pretty well. We just improvise, so that's the best part of it. I love it. Love it.
Yep.
So, John, my friend, have a great Wednesday over there. Okay.
Thank you, Jim.
See you, bud. Take care.
Bye.
That is the amazing John Ho, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeedy. And yes, indeedy, indeedy, indeedy. And I think that I have a couple of community calendar reminders here for you. Yes, a couple of community calendar reminders before I send you over to Beardo and Weirdo. Blaine, his handle's BC48. Candleman's handles Candleman 50. The Beardo and Weirdo show is up next over most of this HAPS network. So thank you to Blaine, thank you to Candleman for letting me jump on here and do the pregame before the real main event. That's with Blaine and Candleman. So make sure you check that out. A couple of reminders here, kids. Thank you, guys. A couple of reminders. Saturday, my friend Alexis Can Do is hosting the HAPS Salad Saturday. This Saturday, May 15th. These great broadcasters and others will be sharing their talents, creating delicious salads. So if you want to be a part of this, subscribe and sponsor Alexis Can Do here on HAPS. So make sure you check that out, all right? Emmy Rich, my good friend over there in Sweden, has a new piano CD that's going to drop later this month. Visit emmyrich.com and you can subscribe to her here on HAPS. She does some live gigs here as well from the comforts of her own home. But she has a 60-minute CD with some great music on it. Make sure you check out emmyrich.com. And last but not least, Elmhurst Brewing Company. Why is there no trivia this Saturday? Because I will be at Elmhurst Brewing Company, elmhurstbrewingcompany.com, Saturday, May 15th. We'll be joined by members of the 10-time champion ball snatcher softball team. They'll be pouring beers for yours truly and my friends, and we better win Thursday because we have a softball game Thursday. So honor and support small businesses, support small breweries, including Elmhurst Brewing Company, elmhurstbrewingcompany.com here in Chicago. All right, that does it for me. Thank you for making the transition to Thursday nights, everybody. I know it's kind of a crazy one, but we did it. I'll be off Thursday. Tomorrow night we have Catalyst. It's just a candle, you and your thoughts tomorrow night, and it'll be at 11:30 Eastern, 8:30 Pacific over most of this HAPS network. Thank you to our guests, the amazing Space Gal, HAPS Community Manager Pablo De La Hoya, and my good friend over there in beautiful Thailand, John Ho, for being my guest this evening. I'll have 3 new guests, 3 new interviews, and more surprises next Tuesday here on the JS Live Primetime Talk and Variety program here from Chicago. That's it. I ran out of time. That's it. All right, guys. I will talk to you guys tomorrow night on Catalyst. Until next time, this is Jim from the northwest suburbs of Chicago, thanking all of you guys in here. Space Scout, Junk Food Junkie, Sports for the Blind, Trapper, Mark Goldman, Margaret, Johnny, Richie, Bobby, Cindy, all of you guys. This is Jim from the northwest suburbs of Chicago, bidding you a very pleasant good evening, everybody.